very fortunate to have Patrick introduced me to Mark, and I've been his racing manager for a while, so natural progression. Once he went to race his horses, yeah. What Mark's actually looking for is to hopefully breed a horse that can hopefully go to Singapore and be a Group 1 winner. That's what he's really looking for.
Is Mark involved with Fred Krabbier? Because I see you've got a lot of St. Petersburgs. That's Fred Krabbier's stallion.
Yeah, that is now Mark Young's stallion, and okay. Mark and Fred had a split up. I don't know the details of that, and it's none of my business. But they split, and so they split everything.
Were partners.
They were partners. Yeah, That's how it all started.
Okay.
I'm not quite that familiar with all the details, so I don't want to really relay second-hand information.
No, sure.
But they split, and Mark's ended up with St. Petersburg, and he's got 20 mares.
Yeah.
And then obviously the offspring, and the offspring, every year there's offspring, so it doesn't take long and you end up with 60 horses. And,
yeah.
At this stage, Mark's probably got 80 horses in the country, counting the brood mares, brood mares, weanlings, foals and yearlings, and so they're around about 80 horses, yeah.
They're quite nice looking horses, the St. Petersburg.
Yeah, he actually throws a very nice horse. Very nice horse. And then, he's over, if you go to Singapore and Macau, he's got a couple of group winners. So hopefully something can come through, yeah.
And Robbie stands up in the Midlands, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's standing up on a stud called Newbury.
Yeah.
Relatively, anybody asks who's Newbury, nobody can say, well, they actually don't know. But anyway, it was run as a private facility.
Yeah.
They're now looking to obviously become a bit more commercial. And,
yeah. You had your first runner yesterday, St. Petersburg filly. She looked very well in the parade ring. Credit to you. You looked very well in the parade ring. Your family looked well. They all looked well dressed and in fine shape. And didn't run a bad race. You didn't fancy it. It ran on quite nicely.
Yeah, look, most of the St. Petersburgs are going to go ground. So I was very happy with the run yesterday. It was quite exciting to have your first runner. Nice to get that over and done with anyway. Yeah. And, the funny thing is the family didn't come when I was riding. They never used to come racing. Now that I'm training, they were all there with support, which was lovely. Yeah.
And how did it feel to walk onto the race course, take a saddle? Normally you put the saddle there, now you got to take it yourself.
Oh, with the taking of the saddle and saddling horse, I've got a lot of practice with that in Mauritius, because Mauritius, the jockeys saddle their own horses. So I had a lot of practice as far as that was concerned. So there was nothing sort of unusual. But it was a little bit different being, I'm now the one saddling the horse and giving instructions and things like that. And
Who are you going to use? You've obviously struck up relationships with some riders, in your career as a jockey. Have you made plans who you're going to use to ride the horses?
Well, I'm going to try use, the guys come round and ride work and give a bit of input, which is very, very important. Any trainer needs that. So I'll basically stick to the guys riding work, but at the same time, I'm there with an open mind. I do believe that better jockeys should ride the better horses, so it's one of my beliefs.
Yeah. Well, that's the belief of most trainers, actually. When you're training them and you've got one that can run, you want to put the best guy.
Well, you want the best possible ride on your horse. But I mean, the guys that come over and do the work, I'll give them a chance. Definitely give them a chance.
It can be aggravating for a jockey that if a guy works in the yard, does all the work, and ends up not getting the ride because someone else is a supposed better rider than him. There is a difference between jockeys. They're better than, Well,
James, funny enough, I had a lot of that when I was a youngster. You ride in horse work, and I mean, there were horses that you really get attached to, and you think, well, I'm guaranteed the ride on this when it runs, and come the noms come out, and all of a sudden they want whoever the number one jockey was, maybe at that time, it could have been Marie, Turner, those sort of guys. And believe me, your heart sinks, and it sinks a long way down. You've got to, but as a jockey, you've got to pick yourself up again.
Yeah.
But hopefully, I won't hopefully I won't have to put any jockey in that
Robert,
position.
never happened with me, boy. When you got the ride with me, you stuck with it. There you go.
But that's because you fancied me. I mean, that was...
Well, you know what? You don't have to go on air and say that, you know. But you're now in the professional training ranks. You've got to have a big owner, but you're going to obviously need clients, and if clients want to come to you, what are you going to charge? What's your sort of fee?
Sure. I'm at 6'8", James.
That's 6'8" seems it's under the cock and some of the big ones.
No, it's under some of the big guys, and obviously I've done a costing, and I worked out my costing. I'm going to have my son as my assistant, and one doesn't want to wake up every morning and have to weigh in every morning on the cost of the horse, and that's what it's going to work out with a little bit of profit built into it to train a horse.
And Robbie, are you thinking of buying any horses yourself? Are you in the situation where you're going to pinhook like most of us do? Most of the trainers end up buying a horse or keeping shares in horses.
James, no, I'll try to stay away from that. I know that's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to try and stay away from that. But once you start taking a share of this horse and a share of that horse, it's gonna eat into your profits, and the next thing you're going to be out of it. And I'm going to try and run a business as a proper business, and run it professionally if I can, as professional as I can. And I don't want to eat into the profits.
Okay, well, let's put up on the screen the details of how people can get hold of you, because obviously there are people out there that watch a show and they might want to have a horse with you. So there you are, Hill Racing. Contact Robbie Hill, 082 888 0421. Robbie over the Hill 57. Robbie Hill 57 at gmail.com. 57. That's the amount of winners you hope to have your first season, obviously.
Oh, that'd be over the moon if I did 57 as the first season. But don't ask me about the 57, James. It's a bit rude.
No, listen, I just thought that was the amount of winners. Everyone's got to have a standard, a goal. You'd hope that Liverpool score 57 goals this season.
Maybe if Liverpool get 57 goals this season, maybe they win 57 games. That's going to be a bit difficult now, because I think they've drawn 3 already and lost 1.
How does Tessa see this whole thing going? You were always one of those guys who said, not over my dead body will I become a trainer. When you were a rider, you said, I'm not taking out a trainer's license. Here you are, sitting in the hot seat, starting a new career.
But James, a reality check. My career ended slightly earlier than what I would have liked.
Yeah. And your back's all right now?
Yeah, it's okay. It
took a long time, eh?
Yeah, it's a long process. I had a major operation. It's a long process. It takes time. But I mean, even now it gets so if I do things that I shouldn't be doing, and I do a few things in the yard, funny enough, that I shouldn't be doing. And but I'm a very much sort of hands-on in the yard. So, but those sort of things I've got to actually stop myself from doing it, because my back can't handle that.
Can I give you a bit of advice? When one spreads a plate and you think, well, I'll fix this, don't do it, okay?
Yeah. Well, those are the sort of things. Yeah, those are the sort of things that I've got to stop myself from doing.
Yeah. But Tessa, she happy with you as a trainer?
Yeah. She's happy. This is over and above anything else. She's very happy that her son's working. The two of us are working together. I'm very happy to be working with him as well. And Mommy's happy. She's getting for the first time. When I was a jockey, there was nothing really for her to do. So she's helping out a lot with the accounts and the admin and things like that. So I think it's changing her life as well.
Okay, we're going to put your details up again, just so people can get them if we can. But Robbie, we come to the end of time. There you are, Hill Racing. Contact Robbie Hill at those numbers, and robbiehill57 at gmail.com. That's where you get hold of you. Yeah. We at Winning Ways, Laf and I would like to wish you the very best. We hope that you succeed as one of us, and we're sure you will succeed as one of us, because it's one of those jobs that I think you've got the right mentality for. Not so many of those cigarettes. A little bit less tension in the morning, okay? And, I don't want to see that face of yours going the same colour as that Liverpool jacket.
Oh, that won't happen, James. At least I hope not anyway. But thank you ever so much. And our doors are open. We're open to anybody looking to get involved in the game. Hopefully, give us a ring. Our doors are open.
Fantastic. Robbie Hill, the new addition to the trainers' ranks, and as you can see, Gavin Finzel, Mace Roberts, Basil Marcus, all of them have made successes. There's no reason why Robbie Hill should make a success of this business. From us at Winning Ways, we wish him the very best, and to all of you out there, have a wonderful week's racing. We'll see you again next week.
Second position, but Military Roses giving them a bath. That's one of the biggest millions I've ever seen. Grace Valana, the leader. Grace Valana. Grace Valana.
Interbet gives you a unique perspective on the event you wish to wager on. The trading screen provides a complete status picture, enabling you to make a more informed decision. For example, take a look at the percentage at the top of the back column. The closer the number is to 100%, the higher the overall wagerings become. If you watch this number over time, you will see that it starts off relatively high and drops as the race time draws near, improving the betting position right before the race. To see where the action is taking place, you can see the odds column to see the situation for each horse. Green means that there is more money on the horse and therefore the odds are shortening. Red means that the odds are drifting, and black means that there has been no change. You can use these trends to better anticipate where the market is going and make more informed decisions when placing a bet on request, for example. Remember that as the race time gets closer, there is a chance you will run out of time and that your bet on request will not be confirmed also increases. Wagering on horses requires knowledge and luck, and we are here to help you gain the knowledge and get up-to-date information so you can make far more informed decisions and get an action-packed experience.